So 4 years ago, I think we started with maybe 15 people, and we met here in Chino, and we met in a home, and God has been so good to us to take us from that group of 15 people to just do so much ministry and just pour the word into people. And the reason we've been able to be, the reason God has sustained us, the way God has sustained us was through the generosity of individual folks at Foothill Church. So folks that believed in us, they believed in what we were doing, they were excited about a church plant happening. People were telling me they were praying all the time for us, and then also just giving financially. I mean, we were sustained as a church in those early years, especially by individual folks at Foothill Church and by people that just believed in what we were doing. One challenge that we have that's kind of a very practical that we're facing right now is the need for a building. This building that we're sitting in right now, it's been amazing. It's been a grace from God to be able to have it, but that always had attached to it a termination point. So that's going to be May 2023, when there's pretty much no possibility for us to be able to stay in the building that we're at, and that was always understood. We are praying regularly, and I am sometimes even going out and driving around the city of Chino and the surrounding area, just praying, asking God to provide us a space that we can move to in May. Our kids ministry is growing like crazy, and we need the kids space to be able to have. So wherever we go next, it's got to have room for our kids, and of course the congregation itself, you know, to be able to grow into and have a space that suits our needs and allows us to even do some of the things I've always hoped we could do, which is things like have Sunday school classes before the church service and even be able to hang out a bit afterwards. Whereas right now, we have another church coming in right afterwards. And so those are some of the things we're hoping for, praying for, and just asking God to provide for us. This is how God is going to further his mission. It's through churches being planted. And sometimes those churches are small and feel like they're struggling, and yet at the same time, the gospel is being preached every week. People are being discipled every week, and there is this sort of slow growth, this slow wave that begins to take place so that surrounding area is getting blessed by that church being there. Get excited about that, because that's what we're called to do. Some are called to go, and some are called to send. And I think that those are really the two categories that God has in mind for his people. There will be some that will pick up and leave from their location to go start something new. And there will be those that say, man, God has called me to stay, but God has called me to send others to go out and to do that.